Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to do another mountain painting. It's going to be a dry mountain. I'm going to have liquid white from here up. The rest of this will be dry right here. I got some stuff sketched out, but I may not follow it exactly. I mean, it's just for reference is all it's for. Hey, don't forget, if you want to see more future videos, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, let's go ahead and get started on our sky. I think I'm going to take a little bit of Prussian blue. That's usually what we start with, isn't it? Look up here in the corner. I might put a cloud in here today, I might not, I'm not sure. A little darker here in the corner. Run it across. Let's see, let's put a little bit right here. I think this is going to have trees covering this area, so I'm not real concerned about this spot. Get a little white in it here and there, especially around the mountain area. Just putting a little bit of white in here. And there'll probably be trees right up in here, so I'm not real worried about that either. Get some of this white down here near this mountain. Blend it out. Like I said, trees. So basically all we gotta worry about is this other area up in here. Might do it for that. Let me get my knife. I've already pre-mixed a few colors here. I got a dark mountain color, a lighter mountain color right here. One mountain is a little further back from the other one, which would be this one. So we're going to go ahead. Remember, this is a dry canvas right here. We're going to go ahead and work on this one. I'm probably not going to bring it down much further than that. I don't see any need to. Just put a little bit right in here. I can probably brush the rest of that out. Now let's start up in here. This has got the darker color on it. So we're going to bring it on around through here. Trying to scrape some of this off as I go. And this will follow in front of this mountain. This mountain will come up, come down across, something like that. Put a little bump right here in it. Add a little bit more paint up in here because I got to pull these collars down. I don't want them to go, probably right there's where I want them to stop. I got a line there, I probably want them to stop a little bit above my line. This isn't a gigantic mountain today. Just enough to show a mountain, basically. Okay, let me stop right there and get me a 1-inch brush. I'll wipe my knife off real quick. Don't want your paint to stick on your knife. Give me a 1-inch brush. I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to pull some of this down. I'm going to try not to get the darker color in this, if I can keep from it. See, that's plenty far enough down right there. Let's start up here. Work our way down. Yeah, that's plenty far enough right there. I'm gonna have some trees right in here. And that's why we don't really want to come much further. I'm just going to be painting over the mountain, which makes it harder because the mountain is wet. So we're just going to stop before we get too far down. Let me look here at it. See, trees, I should cover that. Got to stand back and make sure that you're doing the right thing here. Okay, I think that might work. If it don't, we'll fix it. We'll make it work, whatever we got to do. All right, let me get my knife again. Now, we're going to do some white. I'm going to get me a roll of paint, as they say. And I'm going to start here. And I'm going to pull out some paint. I'm taking my time. Trying to figure out about where I want this to go. And I might bring it over just a little bit right here. Yeah, that's probably okay right there. And we'll start right here. We're going to take that on down to there. This right here is going to be connected together. I can see that. Just keep getting you some paint. Just bring her on down. Let me start here. I might bring that one back over. This is definitely going to go right there. Sun will be coming down from the right. Just keep pulling out your paint. Okay, let me take a look here a minute. This probably should come on over. Okay, let's see, take a look. I want a little more right here. Okay. Let me wipe my knife off. I'm just going to take, here's my white. I'm going to take some of this lighter mountain color that I had. And I'm going to add some white to it. And try to get me a shadow color of sorts. Maybe more white than that. Let's see how this looks. It may not show up real well on this one. Or it might, I'm not sure. And I'm not sure till you try it. You got to try it first. Let's see, let's bring that on over. I don't think it looks too bad. Let's try this right here. It'll definitely show up better on this side. there and like that. Just kind of wanting to mix this together a little right there. All right, let me come over here. Bring this down to here. Sometimes you gotta turn your knife this way and that way till you get it the way you want it. I do want to break this line up right here though. Okay, I just popped in a few trees right there. I want to work on my water. This canvas is dry, don't forget. So this has to be scrubbed in, so to speak. Takes you a few minutes to get your water in. Got a picture down here I'm looking at. I probably should make this darker here. I got some of this mountain color. I'm gonna actually would blend in with the picture really well to use some mountain color since it's left over. Get it darker around the edges here. Some mountain color and put it in here. Let's see, I marked that line out. I had to rearrange some stuff here. That's no good there. All right. Sometimes you get so many markings on here you can't tell what you're doing. I'll probably make it a little lighter here in the middle once it's all said and done. I don't even think I need to go that far over there. I'm working my way up to the trees because you don't want to get your brush in the trees until you're ready. And you probably know why, because it's going to make a big mess. So let me set this down. Now I'm ready to get into the trees. Just bring it up to the trees. Kind of do this motion. Okay, here's our water. I went ahead and finished this out. Got my reflections in. Put some dark color down here. And I think instead of mostly pine trees today, I'm going to use, I'm going to put at least one or two normal trees, what I would call normal trees, not pine trees. Just regular old trees. And I might start right here. I want them pretty big. Pretty big trees. Now this side here, I might have to use pine trees to cover some of this up, or I could extend it out. I'll have to think about that one. This is kind of I'm kind of doing this on the fly again, which I do a lot. Winging it. Let's just bring it all the way up. Why not? Why not have a big tree right here? And remember, you got to put dark down so you can see light when you put any kind of light on it. It would look silly to put a green bush there on a white canvas. You got to put black down first so you can have some contrast. if that makes sense. And I hope it does. I hope it makes sense. Sometimes I don't make sense. I'll have to get me a smaller brush and make smaller limbs here in a minute. But this will give us an idea. Let me come over here to this side. I think this one should be even just as big, if not bigger. We're going for it today, man. We're just putting some big old trees in here. Big mamas. Putting in some big mamas today. And I probably should wiggle this a little bit, make it look a little rough. A little knotty. Like it's got knots sticking out of it. And some big branches coming off. Another big branch. Maybe another one right here. And I'll probably take some smaller, get a smaller brush and put some smaller stuff right there. As for this area here, I might bring this on over, it might look better. Okay, I've started highlighting my trees here a little bit. Like this one right here. I'm just going to take some white. It's going to mix with this brown anyway. I'm just going to take some pure white and kind of rub on here a little bit. Just try and blend it slightly. We're going to have a bunch of collars. I like a lot of collars in my tree. Most of this up in here will have leaves on it. Let me wipe my brush off. Yeah, I like all kinds of collars. This will probably have a lot of leaves too, but I'll go ahead and do this anyway. I'm just kind of putting a little highlight on some of this. Smearing, I've already ran a line of white down the side. I'm just trying to blend it up a little bit because we got lots of collars still to come. And don't forget, if you're new to painting, always make sure you know the direction of your sunlight, which way the light is coming in. It's coming in this way today. Critical to remember that. Let's see, let's take a little ochre. Let's see what a little ochre might look like on some of this. I'm just mixing it in here and there sporadically. And just throwing it here and there. Lots of color. Let's try a little burnt sienna. Burnt sienna kind of has a reddish tone to it. I really like the color. It's just a reddish, brownish, rusty looking color. It does good in some areas. I mean, it's definitely got its purpose. I think it looks pretty good on trees. It looks good on a tin roof on a barn because it looks rusty. A few other places it looks good at. Burnt sienna. And like I said, a lot of these have leaves on it, so we probably don't need to go too high. And I like to use blue on the dark side of my tree. So let me keep working on these trees a little bit. Alright, I'm getting ready to do my highlights. I already put my mid-tone color on here. I'm getting ready to do some highlights on these trees right here. The sun is coming down this way. So we're just going to touch on the right side. Wipe your brush off. Just going to touch on the right side of this particular tree. Let's see. Yeah, it looks okay. Now we're going to go over to the other side. Wipe our brush off. And I don't think that looks too bad right there. Maybe just a little bit. Try to get a little more right in here. Alright, it's almost time to start doing some liner brush work. I see a little something here I got to work on. Right there, maybe right here. I went ahead and put some water lines in here. Put a few reflections there. Okay, I've got my palette sitting down because if I hold it, this stuff is going to run all over me because I had to thin this down. So I'm just going to go up in here and I'm going to start putting some extra little branches here and there. Just for something extra. Liner brush work can make things look pretty good. I put a few right down in here. And maybe a few right in here. It makes it look like you've taken some time to work on your painting when you have a liner brush going. Let's see, let's put a few up in here. Yeah, I like how a liner brush looks. You got to get your paint just right though. It takes some practice to get it right. And even if you practice, you still mess up sometimes. Getting it too thin, too thick. It's pretty easy to do. Everything's easy to mess up, isn't it? Seems like it is anyway. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this version of our mountain painting. And don't forget, if you like this painting and you want to see more, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.